Hi, I'm Aisha Hauser, she, her pronouns. I met Pam Marbach probably a little over 2 years ago when I had her come to the faith community where I was at the time the director of lifelong learning. The congregation had had a lot of conflict a few years from a few years before she arrived, and there were factions. I mean, it was pretty heartbreaking for a faith community, and some of it had to do with race, some of it had to do with the departure suddenly of a minister. So there were a lot of different reasons. There was a lot of things that folks were holding. And when we had Pam come in to do restorative circles, she was clear that she based her work on the consciousness of nonviolent communication. I will tell you that I was very, very skeptical. I had had previous experiences with NVC, and it wasn't necessarily positive. However, immediately, even during the first meeting with Pam, when she just how she modeled her presence and listening, because one of the things she named clearly was that folks, what was making the factions more challenging or even having factions at all, was that people weren't being heard. And she taught me a phrase called people use tragic strategies to fill unmet needs. People use tragic strategies to fill unmet needs. There was something about that clarity that for me opened my heart, because I certainly was also feeling pain, and there was mourning of a community that was hurting, and I didn't know what would happen. And so she had, I mean, it definitely took time, many circles, and opportunities for different people to come together over the 2 years. She's still consulting with the congregation. I have moved on, and I've also had the just absolute privilege to be part of a mentorship program with Pam. So I have so much respect for how she models what it is she is teaching and leading and facilitating. She's incredibly knowledgeable, patient, and she understands that being part of the circle and holding the circle and the container is crucial to creating spaces where people feel held and affirmed. And she reminds us that we're there to care for each other. So I cannot recommend Pam enough, especially if you are in a place where really, if there's a way to bring her in before conflict happens so she can facilitate circles and get people used to being in a room talking to each other. That was another strategy we used at the faith community as well. Is it wasn't necessarily always bringing people in who were in high conflict, but rather, well, let's have a circle about what community means to you or what spirituality means to you. So and it was very, very impactful and moved people that I didn't think could be moved. And so I am definitely really appreciative of Pam's work in this hurting world. What she brings is a bomb. So I highly recommend her, and thank you.